following podcast may contain some adult language. You've been warned.
Welcome to Finding the Narrative, the Genesys RPG Podcast. This is a show dedicated to the Genesys Role Playing System, created by Fantasy Flight Games and produced by Edge Studio. A show in which we, normally, discuss all things Genesys from both a player's and a GM's perspective. However, this is one of our actual play sessions. I am Tony Fanning, and with me, as always, are my good friends and co-hosts Chris Holmes, Stefan Dragonspawn, and we're also joined by my son, Sean. Stefan, how you doing, buddy?
I am awesome. Had the day off. We did some stuff around the house with the dogs, and I'm looking forward to wrapping up this Dragonstar Between a Rock and a Hard Place actual play and see what's going to happen. I have no idea how it's going to end. I left myself wide open mind and everything. But yeah, in general, pretty darn good. How about you, Tony?
I am copacetic. I've been just sitting around. I'm still in love with Deep Rock Galactic. Been playing the crap out of that. Kind of chomping my bit. Next week we get Tiny Tina's Wonderland, new video game in the Borderlands universe, which has absolutely got me giddy because it's basically you're role playing as characters in a role-playing world, but you're in the Borderlands universe, and it's, I don't know if anybody out there knows about Tiny Tina stuff. It's freaking hilarious. It's tongue-in-cheek, and there's fucking mimics in it. Right, homie?
Fuck you, buddy. Love you, Tony.
Even the mimics are mimics.
Great. Yeah, the Mimic conspiracy in our Eberron campaign is fantastic. Right, Sean?
The mimics are everywhere. There's a secret society of them.
Yeah, they are. They're coming after us. Swear to God.
Yeah. The Illuminati of the mimics.
Every one of my characters have gotten hit by one, I must say. Though last night, my halfling cook got eaten by a frog in my D&D game. So, just anybody who thinks D&D 5e is not lethal, well, it is what it is. It's not mimics, it's frogs.
I know it's lethal.
Yeah, you do. But
I forgot about that.
Every time your character dies there, Stefan, you get to roll a new one, and you're a higher level. So everybody else levels up.
Yep. Every time Stefan's character dies, everyone levels up.
That was good right. Shit, dude.
That Rime of the Frost Maiden, that was just
oh God.
So every time I hear the title of that adventure, I'm triggered. So
he shivers.
Yep, PTSD.
Shivers with cold and PTSD.
Yes.
Rhyme. Right. Oh boy. Well, hey, before we get into this, I have a bit of a go back for last episode.
That's right.
Related
this is our
to,
first formal retraction.
Well, absolutely, and it is mine. Because on the Fantasy Grounds Forge, there is a Genesys rule set for Fantasy Grounds Unity. I will have a link to it in these show notes for this episode, and I will update the show notes for last episode 98, so that it's in there with all the other links that we had in there as well. There's also a Star Wars RPG, the Fantasy Flight version of Star Wars RPG version of Unity that requires the Genesys rule set as well. But you'll see that when you go onto the Forge and check it out if anybody's familiar with Fantasy Grounds. So wanted to put that
Genesys 3.0 requires something from Genesys 3.5? What?
Yeah, exactly.
And they're free.
I don't know. And yeah, they're free. They're free. It was Janiba created both of these, and I believe somebody else may have worked with that person as well. So thank you to you both, those developers, for creating those rule sets. Many hours of gaming greatness is going to be had by folks downloading those. So thank you again. That was awesome.
Hi.
So.
Yep. Very, very good. Thank you. With that, do you think, Chris, that would be worth 50 pieces of awesome?
Oh, hell yeah. 50 pieces of awesome, probably 150 pieces of awesome. Since we have one more episode left, we'll just break the bank and just like throw
give
it
away
out
all our pieces of awesome.
Give away all the pieces of awesome to them, because that's where we all game.
Well, shit. Now we're not going to have enough to host the call for episode 100. I guess we'll have to cancel it.
We might have to. Yeah, maybe.
We'll just postpone it. We'll generate some more. Just a little more time.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're giving all your pieces of awesome to that, then I gotta leave because I'm not getting paid.
I forgot about that. We forgot.
And everybody
totally paying him in pieces of awesome all this time to show up.
Well, you are awesome there, Sean. We'll pay you in 50 pieces of awesome. Don't worry.
I can pay you on some other way next time I see you if you want.
Couple years ago, paid you in. What the hell were those?
Maple flavored
Angry
whiskey.
Balls. Angry Balls.
Those weren't even Angry Balls. It was just Fireball and the whiskey.
Angry Orchard.
No, I didn't have any. I didn't have any of the
Angry
Angry Orchard. It was all the maple whiskey and Fireball. That's all I
He
had.
was drinking them both straight.
Oh, we got you fucked up.
I'm pretty sure there's a reason why I like straight whiskey now, and that's the cause of it.
Yeah. You have the two greatest things in the world right there. Two greatest whiskeys right there, man.
Fireball and Sautelage.
Zotala.
Yes, exactly.
Only
All right,
French
well,
word
this
I know.
episode-
Sojala.
This episode is episode 99, our final episode of the Dragonstar Between a Rock and a Hard Place actual play. And Stefan is our GM. So, Stefan, take it away.
All right. So thank you for joining me, guys, and our listeners. We'll just do a quick go around the table and introduce yourselves and the characters. So we'll start with Tony.
I am a praying Orongo Flack, also known as a cookie. I am a world-class sushi chef. I want to be galaxy class.
Oh.
I am an Orc.
Right.
By career, I'm a monk.
Mm.
But, yeah, it's all about making sushi.
Well, that's it. Excellent. And Chris?
Yeah, I'm playing Udo Robe's daughter. It's all about running the fuck away right now. See if I can survive this. But I'm a hunter. I like to think that I've been a survivor all this time, but
So far,
not looking good right now. But my granddaddy that created this invented this dire rabbit thumper on our planet I'm from, Amblamba 6. Told me, if you're surrounded by dire rabbits, you need to get the fuck out. Now, these things are not dire rabbits. They're scarier than dire rabbits, so I'm getting the fuck out.
Yep. Dire frogs.
Speaking of little dire rabbits, Hatchew,
Yeah, Sean?
I am playing Hatru the Trapper, a kobold mechanist who loves to make himself some traps.
Mm.
He hopes one day to be the best trap maker amongst the galaxy.
Excellent.
Pretty sure he already is.
He's
Yeah.
also a bit of a kleptomaniac.
Details.
gonna hold this against
Very good. All right. And when we left last time, negotiations had been short.
very. Was there negotiations?
Some kind of negotiation, or
Was
at least
there a round of negotiations?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
a bit of peace talks, which generated into pieces talk. pieces over here and pieces over there. There's these pieces of robots,
That's
dock
right.
robots, because you guys were on the station there, and on dock number 35. So, and we had started combat as things degenerated from there. And Udo had been shot at by
Everything.
Everybody.
those beings who pretended to look like your allies. The Makota, the brass dragon Viscount, turned out to be a green slod. His bodyguard was a big blue muscular slod with Wolverine-like claws sticking out of his forearms. And then the rest of the guards were little slod hordelings. So their illusion disguises dropped away, and they started firing their plasma guns. And Rungo stepped up as well, up to the slod. And one robot, one dockbot by Hachu was hacked and exploded into a slod hordeling group. So there we are. That was end of round 1. And Udo had, I think, with all those wounds that he took, decided discretion was the better part of valor, and grabbed Lucina real quickly and trying to get her away, since she was the object that the green slot wanted. Well, not the object, I mean, but the target. He wanted her specifically to be handed over to him.
No, there really was no real discretion here. We're fucked, and I yelled it out.
Very possible, yes. I understand. All right, so where's my notes? There we go. It's there. All right. So we go back up to the top of the round, which were the NPCs. 2 NPC slots.
So that's what's fucked us right there. So they got to go before us.
Yeah, that didn't help. Did not.
Oh, sorry, Chris.
Right.
Dirty pool is what they are playing.
Yeah.
That is true.
All right. So aboard the station, the primordial machina on the station around the primordial machina planet.
Oh,
All right, and the dreaming dryad. You're aboard. That's the complex. It orbits the small moon. All right, so that's a quick recap. So these guys, since they want to try to capture you, now that you've got Lucina, they don't want to fire on you, Udo. Kind of a good thing that you did. So these guys will try to move. These guys are the hordelings. This will be hordeling 2. Horde 2. There you go. Come on. Pretty sure I had named these, but whatever. All right. This guy moves in. It's up to there. Horde 3 is there. So they'll move over here a little bit closer. Now these are minions, so they can't take voluntary strain to move further, unless they take an action to move even further. Downgrade their action to a maneuver. I think they'll do. They'll try to get close to you so they can try maybe to grapple you, but that'll be their action as they get close. These guys are getting untangles. Yeah, the horde number 3. That's the one that got hit by the dockbot.
Oh, I thought I would have been able to move further than that.
Last time.
So I'd move. 2 range bands.
2 range bands? Yeah, you probably have been moving up here, perhaps with Lucina and Toe, at the very least, heading to the hallway up north of the map, on the upper side.
That's where we'd have been going? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that was kind of where you came in.
And Hatcher would have been right behind us, probably.
Nope. No, I should be where I'm at.
Yeah, he should be halfway between his previous spot, which was hacking that dockbot, and you.
Yeah, and then sending it off to into the slot Horde 3.
Gotcha.
All right.
Horde 3. All right.
Do your worst.
That was their action. Those are the 2 first NPC slots, basically. The NPCs will act. I know I had them act all at the same time.
You did.
On
you
one.
had the minions. You had all the minions act all at once. So.
Right. That's why it was only 3 slots instead of 6 or 5. All right. So those I've moved these. Slot 3 are trying to get untangled from the Dockbot 2 explosion. They'll move only a little bit towards Udo and Hatru, but not much. They're staggered a little bit. I'll be a little bit narrative and give them very, very short move. All right. So the Hordelings have moved towards Udo and Lucina. The green slots seem to have said something in his own language. They lowered their particle beam weapons and started moving. And then it's one of the other NPC's turns. The blue slot, the bodyguard, will move towards Rongo.
Bring it, bitch.
Yes, and he's bearing his wicked claws on the back of his forearms. Rocket launcher, of course, way too close to use a rocket launcher, unless he's using it as a club. But no, he's going to use his claws instead. All right, so he's got his melee skill. You targeted, gauged range. All right, you have no defense. I don't think so.
Negative.
No other talents that would alter the dice pool of 4 yellow, a green, and 2 purple. And the story points go back to the first session, so 3 in your favor and 1 in mine.
I mean, now that you put it that way, that he's stacking all the fucking yellow dice on me, yeah, upgrade that sumbitch.
All right. All right, so upgrade one of those.
Sidestep. I could sidestep, but it's for, I think that's for ranged attacks.
Okay. All right.
Round.
Is that correct? Only for...
Yeah, ranged combat. So, no,
Yeah.
I can't do anything else.
Dodge is what you need.
Yeah, that would be dodge. All right, so rolling the dice. I'll get 1 success, 3 advantage. That would be damage total 9.
I'll take 3.
And let me see here if he's got...
Unless he has Pierce.
Double checking to be sure if he has any. Oops, no. Come on. Critical engaged. Okay, just go back to his sheet. That's one of the drawbacks of RPG session. It doesn't necessarily show all the little bonuses that or modifiers that a weapon might have on the attack, but I don't think he has. So anything like, he does have Pierce too. All right.
Straight.
So
Yeah,
I'll
didn't
take
see
5.
your roll. Didn't see your roll on RPG sessions. Should we, or do we not see yours?
Yeah, you should. I see it on. If you scroll back to the conversation tab, the one with the little arrow going in a circle.
Yeah, I see it. All right.
Yeah, I just saw Rungo advance the slot in the initiative. That was my last that I saw.
Okay. All right. So, and he's got crit 2. So he'll. That's his ability there. Slod Fever. Okay. So with actually, instead of critting, he'll activate his Slod Fever Bite. So he's biting on you. 2 advantages. It can induce this fever when the target is at -3 to agility and presence for 3 hours. You know what? Just for this session, no. I'm just going to do a standard crit.
What the goat fuck? Okay, sorry.
Just a crit. Okay. I think I will. No, because I said he was using his claws, so no bite, no backsies. I'll just go crit, no vicious, just a straight crit roll. And there we go. Oh, an agonizing wound. Increase the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1 until it's healed.
All right.
That's it on him. Next up is a PC.
Get out, go.
Slash. Whoosh, whoosh.
I'm gonna let one of the others go.
Somebody.
All right.
Why don't you?
Because it's a tactical retreat, and I'm way braver than I am smart.
Okay.
Well, in that case, Udo.
All right. So Udo goes, and he's
However far he goes, I only lost my. It looks like with that crit that I took, it was only my next turn is when I lost my free maneuver. So I'm just gonna spend my maneuver. You know what? Before I'm gonna definitely take a strain to move, but first I'm gonna turn my head and fire breath on what's that closest minion group? 2?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
2.
Yep.
So let's do that first.
Cool.
And yell back, Rungo, Cookie, hurry. You need to get out of here, buddy. All right, so let's see. I'll go to combat. Deadly fire breath weapon.
And give yourself a boost die because I think the first time you're using your breath weapon. That's cool.
Well, in this case, it's not adding dice for me. Why the fuck isn't adding the dice for me?
You may have to log out of RPG sessions and come back.
Is it host?
Yeah, because if you aren't seeing the rolls and you aren't seeing him give me
Yeah.
a critical or any of that such, then it's not refreshing for you.
Right.
All right, coming back in.
All right.
Going to the game table. Agonizing wound. All right, I'm seeing it now. All right, here we go.
All right.
All right. Frickin' internets are horrible.
Technology.
All right, so short range, but difficulty added up 1. Boost die said.
That.
What else do I get with this?
These guys do not have any defense, so no worries there.
All right. So a yellow, 2 green, a blue, and 2 purple for this. You good?
Yep. I'm
All
not
right.
upgrading it.
Oh, and I did not select them, but that's okay.
I'll
roll the dice. 2 successes, or 1 success, 2 threat. So that will do, the damage it's going to do is equal to my ranks in resilience plus 1, I believe. I think that's what we had said.
I think it's
Deadly
based off
fire breath.
Yeah, resilience is based off of willpower.
Oh, base
brawn.
damage. Sorry, brawn plus 2 would be the breath weapon. Okay, yeah. So it's 5. So it'll be 5 damage, and I didn't get any thing to activate burn or whatever the hell. But
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
threats
Still, 5 damage against this Hordling number 3.
Hordling 2.
2. Yes. Sorry. 2.
Hordling 2, and maybe some of that cargo too. Bonfire Ringo. These things burn. Yakitori sauce.
There we go.
Who's a Ringo?
Rungo. Ringo, Cookie, I don't know. Just get the fuck out of here, man. Game over. God damn it. Let's get the fuck out of here. And then I'm going to spend 2 strain to GTFO.
Right, and
I'm
you
done.
get two threats though as well. So
Yes.
as Lucina's sort of panicking a little bit, she's hindering you a little bit. Grabs at your one of your at your sword. It's you're stumbling a little bit, straining. So 2 more strain.
Oh. Girl, stop
She's
it.
trying to help. She thinks she's helping. It's like a drowned person trying to help. Like
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
thing.
I'm gonna knock you over. I'm gonna knock you over the head, cave woman style. Shut up. Let's get. All right. And then however far I could go, if I'm off the map, I'm off the map. But two maneuvers. So that's it.
All right. So there you go. NPC slot. That'll be the green slot.
Do your worst.
All right. So you are impeding our movements and our goals here. Die, you ugly creature. He's going to try and slay you. Go back to this list here. Go back to the green slot. Where is he? There you go, the imposter. A couple of his spells. He'll do what's called a sickening spell. 1 target up to medium range with enervate as it's a curse kind of spell. Curse action. So back to him. Green slot. Target won't go. That'll be his actual skill. His arcane skill. Difficulty 3 purple. He really wants to take you down or affect you, so I'm going to spend a story point to upgrade, giving himself an additional green. Did you want to do anything to that roll?
Yeah, I'll spend in return because
All right.
I
Magic.
hate magic. I hate the magic.
So 1 red, 2 purple versus the 4 yellow and 1 green. 1 green. All right. That's it. See how that goes. Oops, come on, roll dice. Oh, he's not successful with his magic. Seems like he's not in tune with his
Holy
it's not in the voice. So 0 successes, then 2 advantage, 2 triumphs, and a despair. His first spell does not go off, but he's got 2 advantages, so maybe a little bit of a help. Some of this magic rubs off his ally, the blue slot bodyguard, and that'll give him a boost die. And then we've got, come on there, 2 triumphs and a despair. Just, what the heck am I going to do with that?
Oh.
Where's my chart?
Definitely know what you could do for the despair.
Yeah.
Always know what you could do for the despair in this case. Magic.
Because magic, exactly. Let me just, there we go. Let's see here. Get some ideas from the spending advantages. Well, there's plenty of ideas for spending threat and despair on magic, that's for sure. Triumphs. 2 triumphs.
What were the effects for the spell he was casting?
It's a curse action. So basically, trying to impose penalties on his skill check on the target, plus enervate. So if the target suffers strain for any reason, they suffer an additional strain. But that didn't take into effect. That did not. He failed at his basic spell, basically. So.
Any thoughts there, Tony?
No.
Oh, for triumphs. I mean, I could use one of his triumphs to give himself maybe next time he casts a spell. Yeah, he gets to know how the magical weave here works, or how it was hindered, giving himself a free boost. Not a free boost, but a free upgrade. That I could see. Do something vital.
I'd say because you affected your because you spent the advantage to affect the green slot, maybe the other triumph actually instead of curses Cookie, it does whatever the other thing is to the green slot.
The blue.
Yeah.
Or the blue slot. Sorry, the blue slot.
Blue slot, it would give him a boost to his skill.
No, it gives him the green to his skill or whatever the hell.
Free upgrade to his skill.
Yep, and the next one he does something like that.
Right. So both those slots, the blue and green, get a free upgrade on their next check. The green slot,
Okay. All right.
It would be.
So
That would be.
for the despair,
Yeah.
I have a suggestion, GM.
Sure, go
if you
ahead.
Don't mind.
Of course. That's
The
negative
boost.
dice. You get to decide. Yeah.
Okay, so the boost to the blue slot swells his muscles in a way that his hands just kind of flex and he drops his rocket launcher.
Ooh. All right. Yeah.
Can't wield it.
It was like strapped to his back. Maybe
Fantastic.
it was like strapped to his back on his bandolier. Maybe he flexes so much like the Hulk, and it just bursts to the whole like harness webbing that holds the weapon.
And he won't even be able to fire it because his finger is too big to be put in the trigger.
Awesome.
He's just buffed, you know. He's buffed up. The thing, he falls to the ground.
He's
And he
going.
doesn't even feel he needs it.
Yeah, he's going all Blue Hulk.
Blue Hulk smash.
Very good.
Blue slot smash.
All right, so he'll grow a little bit bigger.
Excellent.
That's pretty good, Tony. I like that one. That's pretty good, dude.
All right.
That was the green slot's action. PC slot.
Hatcher, you want to take it or you want me to?
I do not care.
Go ahead. You went last time. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. That's true.
I will move one range band forward. I don't know how much to move.
So if you're just doing one maneuver for now, let's say up to here, please.
Alright. That keeps them within shorter range. Also, you have two of them listed as Horde 3.
Do I? Horde 2, Horde 3. Okay, yeah, that one was supposed to be Horde 1. There you go. Thank you for noticing, and there you go. So you get free boost dice for that.
Well, you shouldn't have.
I know.
I am now going to be targeting Slot Horde 2, and I will be throwing grenades at them.
Though you are missing an E in Horde, all three of them. Do I get 3 boost dice?
That was done on purpose. But I'll still give you a boost dice anyway. It's almost at the end of the show, the last AP, so I'm giving away all the boost dice. All right, Hatru, throwing a grenade.
Yes.
All
They
right.
are at short range, so it's 1 purple. Do they have any defense? No, they don't. Okay.
No. They're hordes.
I will spend 1 to upgrade.
Good. I will not.
And I'll take 2 strain to aim. I really want this grenade to hit.
Yeah.
Does that look? Yeah, I think that's good then. I shall
All
roll.
right. Then. Go ahead.
Oh,
Nothing but
2
good.
successes, 3 advantages, and a triumph.
All right. So this was on horde number 2, you said.
Yes.
They were partially wounded. All right. So they go up in bits. Describe to me how that appears, how that shows up, and how. Describe to me that, and then tell me how you use your advantages and triumph.
The grenade. I'm running the other direction. I have a grenade and just toss it over my shoulder and go, "Eat that, you fucking frogs!" And it blows up at their feet and they all die.
Ding, 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 ding.
But because it is next to those crates, I'd like some crates to explode.
Ah,
and
yeah.
injure Horde 1
And
a little
injure
bit.
Horde 1 a little.
Nice.
Yeah. Actually, maybe use either the 3 advantages or the triumph. One of these crates had some unstable ammunition, and they just shoot all the way into the second horde and obliterate them, applying the same damage to them, basically.
I'll take
Taking them
that.
out. We'll take the whole horde out.
I'll take that. And
All
then
right.
what do I have left after that?
Then you have either
You're done.
still, yeah. Well,
You're
you
done.
still
You
have.
moved, you aimed, and you threw.
Yeah.
Well, I meant to put amongst my advantages and triumph, or did I take all of that to do that?
Oh, no. Well, to take the whole horde out, yeah, I could narrate all 3 advantages and trying to take the entire second horde out.
That is fine for me. I am done with my turn.
So surrounding them in red on the RPG sessions just to
Got it.
show that they're dead.
Nice.
Red splotches. One splotch is like in the direction of the horde number 3. As the ammo just ripped through them. Apparently there was a couple of claymores and they were burning in that direction. When in doubt, assume the claymore is pointed in your direction. So I'll take away 1 NPC slot. Actually, 2. Yeah, because there's still
Well,
one.
there's one more. There's one more minion group.
Right.
Down there.
I'll just add 1 more NPC slot, and put it back. Can I do that? I'll just convert that to NPC and could convert that to a PC. There we go. That's how we added it, I believe. Yeah. All right. Once the other horde is taken out, then we can remove that slot. All right, Rungo.
All right.
That was your turn.
This is a docking bay, correct?
Yes. The old
How-
docking bay, not used, but still.
So there's a magical or technological force field beyond the ship to space? Or is this
Right now-
got sealed doors?
Yeah, sealed doors. You do recognize it has emitters when the doors are open that would have a force field as well. Could be engaged. But hasn't been used in a while, so instead of spending the energy, they just sealed the actual physical doors.
Right. But so the door controls are visible then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a small set of doors, let's say directly above, let's say the blue slot, right up on the upper, that leads deeper into the space station. The main hangar doors are to the bottom of the map's / south,
Right.
and they take up maybe at least half the, maybe 3/4 of that length.
All right. So I'm going to do a front flip over this blue
Actually,
slot.
Right, and yeah, the controls are actually beyond DocBot 2 and Horde 3.
So I see myself, monk. I'm in a monk stance, right? And I've been fighting these guys. Now I'm going to just quick do a front flip over the guy and reach down and grab his rocket launcher that he dropped.
Oh, okay.
Turn and aim it at the docking bay door controls and fire.
What could possibly go wrong? So the controls are over here where the little green line is at the bottom. Very true.
All right.
Perfect.
So the control there.
All right. So
you go, do your maneuver to flip up and over.
Mhm.
All right.
And then a ranged combat check. I'll just use my shuriken because it.
Right.
Same.
Yeah, it's the same roll.
Well, it would be a gunnery check for a rocket launcher.
Oh, gunnery. Great. I'm not proficient in that. That's even better. Oh, that's all kinds of wonderful. All right.
Can't wait.
So gunnery is just going to be, just checking. Then
Gunnery,
I don't have anything in the combat tab to use. So we'll,
but that's okay. I'll still give you, because it's cool, you're flipping over this huge blue slot that's just hulking out. I'll give you, of course, an extra boost dice.
Use that last story point that we have too, because fucking cool.
oh, there
Yeah.
we go. Okay. So
And
I will do that.
And I'll flip a story point too, so we can keep them as is, because never cool stuff can happen on the
No,
James.
because the spare using a rocket launcher. Hello.
What's my range to that target from where I am?
For a rocket launcher, that would be short range.
Okay. So it's just one red then.
Yeah.
All right.
That's all he needs, Tony.
Because rockets are pretty long range.
All right. So this thing have any capabilities like a?
Yeah. Yes, crit 2. And I can go and get the full stats on the blue slot. Let me just go back to the list real quick.
I just want to make sure it's not like accurate or anything like that before I roll the dice.
Right. Yeah, no, it could be. You never know. Rocket launcher. Let's see full stats. Cumbersome 3. I don't think that's a problem. Prepare
That is
1.
not a problem for me.
Guided 3. That's like, okay. Limited ammo 1. Blast 10. Breach 2.
Okay.
Nothing else.
Breach 2?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Alrighty then.
Another reason why he wasn't using it inside.
And if he misses a control panel,
Mm.
he'll put it through the freaking blast doors.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right. So there you go. Yeah. Blast 10. Breach 2. And that's it. Yep.
All right. So are you happy with my pool then, GM?
Yeah.
Oh, you spent one already. All right. Here we go.
You spend 1. I spent 1. There you go. Oh.
One success, one singular advantage.
Well, that's still a success.
So it's still a success.
Love your description, Tony.
So
Rocket
the rocket
fucking
shoots
launch.
out.
Rocket fucking launcher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead
All
and
right.
narrate. My single advantage.
Mhm.
When doing this, he was so surprised at me flipping over him that he didn't have any chance to stop me, and I just spent 2 strain to book it towards my
Right.
friends.
Okay. All right.
Nice.
So you just toss the rocket launcher that's now empty anyway. So. All right. So blast base damage 20. So 21 damage.
Breach 2 to the blast doors.
Yeah. So I'm not even. It's
Or the
it's
control panel at least.
entire control panel, but with
Doubt it has
blast.
armor too.
Yeah.
And if it does, doesn't matter.
The controls blasted, so the doors start to open. But since the controls are blasted open, they didn't do the proper protocol, so air is venting.
Awesome. These are Star Wars type doors.
Uh-huh.
Elastic control panel, doors open. Fucking
That's
awesome.
right.
And like I said, the
As we call
protocols of the
cinematic door controls.
Yeah,
You know it.
they didn't activate the controls to activate automatically the force field, or bypassed or shot to hell. They've been double breached, so air is venting. So you're booking it there, and so that's at the end of this session. So we'll start with the brand new, not session, I mean turn. at the new turn, where this time everyone now has to try and fight the venting of air and the wind tunnel kind of effect that we're all familiar with when when the airlock is open.
Awesome.
All right, so we'll start with is at the top of my list anyway. The blue slot will try a brawl based on athletics checks, basically, to try and get himself anchored, grab onto something to avoid being sucked out. Yeah, athletics. Okay, he's got that. All right.
Sucked out or sucked out?
Yes. And we'll make this a hard check for everyone. Anyone
yeah.
that?
Actually, his should be harder. Go ahead and spend I'm spending a player story point to make his
All
harder.
Right. All right.
Nice.
All the story points are on my side.
Damn Skippy they is.
One
I'm
more.
saying that just he was so shocked of me flipping over him and just he's off balance. So upgrade.
Right. He did get a free upgrade from his ally there, boosting him. So maybe that because of his strength.
Check.
Claws,
You're right.
Yeah.
You did say
his
on his
claws
next
are
check.
really huge, so he digs them into the floor grating. So we replace the green with a yellow. That's with the red. And because I want some story points on your guys' side, eventually I'll flip a story point. Go. But like I said, it's slick floor. Give him another setback as well. Setback dice for him. He definitely wasn't expecting all of that to happen, and his own rocket launcher to be used. All right, so I got 5 yellow, a red, 2 purple, and a black, and all story points were spent. Let's do it. All right, 4 successes. So he manages to turn around, dig his claws in pretty quickly. Causes himself, though, a bit of strain, i.e. a wound
He
on
broke
him.
a nail.
Yeah.
Hey, pulling the muscle in his pinky finger.
A little bit. That's it.
In his pinky top.
Then we'll go with the green slot. We'll try the same. He has to do an athletics check. Green, athletics. Yeah, he doesn't have any ranks in that himself. So 3 purple, 3 green. Setback dice, the same thing because that. He's not doing an arcane check, so he doesn't get the boost die that he got from this triumph. That specifically would be for his magic. So.
Flip 1 to a red, fucker. Let's say bye-bye to him. Let's hope.
Yep, why not? All right, so I've got 3 green, a red, 2 purple, and a black.
Yes.
All right. And again, because I want some story points to be on your guys' side, I'll flip 1. So 1 yellow, 2 green, and roll them dice.
Oh,
1 success. So he slides a little bit because he took a bit of time and puts his staff into
front of that
hatch, a little access panel can sort of
maybe
halt
there's
himself.
A step up. Maybe there's a step up to that.
Yeah, maybe
that
one of
floor
the
there or
panels,
something.
one of the
Yeah.
grating panels is off side, sort of digging one of his claws in there, but it costs him a little bit of strain to do that.
Okay.
Go, 1 strain there. All right, that's his turn, and then we go to a PC slot. I think.
What do you guys go? Rungo,
who-
since this was your awesomeness.
Letting Hatru go.
Cookie.
Get out.
Are you letting
Get
Hatru-
out. Go, run, little one.
I have just a thing for this. Go without me.
Hatru or Rungo would be able to go.
All right.
All right, Cookie, go for it, dude.
All right. So I see that. I see that. Am I close enough that I have to fight the decompression, or am I far enough away that I can?
You'll still have to fight it, but
Okay.
it'll be average with a setback
Okay.
instead of hard, because you're also ready for it.
All right. Well,
And those
average
boxes
becomes
just above you start moving probably too.
average becomes hard for me because of my current critical.
Right.
So, and does this take my action then to maintain this? Yes.
That is pretty much your action. Yeah.
Okay. Just using my action.
That's what the NPCs were using, their action.
All right, I failed with 3
Nope.
threat.
All right.
Or with failure with 1 threat.
1 threat. Okay, so you
Oh,
strain
shit.
some of your muscles. One of the small boxes maybe hits your shoulder, and you slip a little closer.
Right. But I still have maneuver, correct?
Yep, you can still have a maneuver.
I will shuffle into my hip
But
bag.
because of the wind and the force that's required, this is like considered difficult terrain to move.
Okay, it's my maneuver that so I'm gonna shuffle into my hip bag and pull out my breather mask
Right.
and put it on so that I
Very good.
still have oxygen. And then I will, since I'm not making any headway towards the exit, that's it. That's my maneuver. I'm done. I'm not spending any strain yet.
Well,
Okay.
you are making headway to an exit.
Towards the exit we desire.
I know.
Not the one I just made.
And maybe not the one you want, but an
I
exit
know,
nonetheless.
but you're making progress to an exit.
That's fine. At least I can breathe.
Yeah. So far.
So
Now, then it's the slots. Okay, the hordlings number 2 and 3, 1 and 2 are gone. So I'll remove those 2 from the combat, or at least the PG sessions there. Remove them. Nope.
As their remains go out with the Derbis.
They don't have to.
Supplies and everything.
They don't have to roll for that. So
Yep.
move that PC.
But number
remove
3, though, Horde 3 is still there.
It's still there, so they have to make an athletics check. They're very close to it as well. So
Are they a full group or no?
No, there's just one guy actually.
They should be mostly damaged from my explosive robot.
Yeah, they were damaged. I don't know where the damage got taken away, but there's at least one. Was 6 damage there that was applied. There you go. So there's only one guy left. So
Nice.
all right, athletics. There we go. So, and him that'll be hard. Actually, because he's just a minion, daunting check. With the setback dice because of all the stuff that's moving, being thrown. So I got 4 purple, a black, a green, and 2. 2 green, 1 yellow. Oh, there's only one guy.
Yeah, so you shouldn't have any yellows. But
Yeah.
Unless you're spending a story point. Then you can flip it to the yellow, right?
Yeah, but no, he's just just 2 green. I'm not flipping a story point for a minion. You guys want to flip a story point?
Nope.
No. All right, let's roll them dice then. 2 failures and 3 threats. All right. So that last guy gets sucked out.
Wilhelm scream.
Yeah. With the 3 threat, maybe he tries to grab onto stuff on the floor, flips it, and it inadvertently hits the Dockbot 2, which also moves into the green slot, which will give him 2 setback dice on his next check.
Nice.
Use pass dice. Pass 2 setback. 2. Can I do that? 2. I'll just make a note of it. I'll just add it to his next check. There you go. It's added. All right, that's them. Sucked out. They're gone. Off the map. Then we go to another PC slot. There you go. Hatru.
Good, Andrew.
I
Makes sense
will
for you.
activate my magnetic boots.
Aha.
I am stuck to the floor. I am not leaving this. I will
All right.
use my Deep Pockets talent
Mhm.
to produce a breather mask. So I now have a breather mask too.
Yes.
And
Kobold
now, now I am going to make a very nasty bomb with my last frag grenade and my laser pistol reload.
Ooh.
I'm going to turn the two into a very nasty bomb.
Laser frags. Okay.
So,
Disco ball.
Yeah,
This would
curve
be
it
a-
around Rungo to hit the blue slot.
This will be a mechanics check to combine the two into a bomb.
Yes. Combo side swipe into the
What difficulty would you say this is?
well, with all the wind and the air being moved around, at least hard difficulty. But it sounds so cool. Give yourself a boost die too.
I will be using my toolbox,
Right.
so there's another boost die.
Uh-huh.
Would you consider this to be something trap related?
Yeah, sure.
There's another boost die.
and I'll flip a story point because explosives in a rapidly decompressing.
Decompressing. Yep.
I too shall flip one.
All right.
So
One
I am
point.
looking at 2 yellow, 1 green, 4 blue,
Mhm.
1 red, 2 purple.
That sounds good to me.
Rolling it up. 2 successes, 2 advantages.
All right.
Oh my God.
Now you've
I
got
am
the
hot.
grenade.
Yes.
So that's your turn. You managed to do it. Combine the two. Bypass this. Plug in the power source. Reloads. Yeah. So it'll be on overload next round.
All right. I will then. I still have my maneuver.
Yep. And 2 advantages though as well. Want to
Um,
add some kind of quality to it. Temporary kind of thing, like a blast or burn. If it doesn't already have it.
frags already have blast. I'm going to use that advantage to regain some strain if I can, because I'm making something explosive. It's calming for me.
Right. Yes. Sure.
I am
That's
hot through the
awesome.
trapper. I make big booms. It's nice. It's
He's
calming.
whistling to himself inside his breathing mask.
Yep. While things are flying off the shelf. Stuff.
He's dodging all the debris.
Yep. Sometimes he actually picks up some debris. He's like, oh, this will be useful.
And
Speaking
now I will move back to right here so that they're within short range of me.
So he moves. Clang, clang, clang. Or he temporarily just unmagnetize, slides, and remagnetize. Click. There we go.
Yeah, pretty much.
As I'm walking by Rongo, I'll wave at him and pointing towards my glove.
Yeah.
I have magnetic boots and magnetic gloves. So I'm pointing to it going, I told you it would come in use.
All right. And we've got the final PC slot. You're
So
practically.
how far did Udo get? Now I picture him moving off the map here. Now at what point is he out of the hangar bay? Is he out of the hangar bay kind of?
Technically, yeah, you're out of the hangar bay. You could have turned a corner, so you don't have to make an athletics check. But
So-
you do feel the air being sucked out. You haven't
All right.
closed any.
So I'll like shut the. Now I'll shut the door because I'll turn back around. I see Hatru going back in. We're
Yeah,
safe.
She's calming down, it seems like. Yeah, now that she's out of
Okay.
sight, it's like, I'm so sorry.
Air's leaving. I'm
Yep.
shutting the door. Is there a monitor computer thing terminal here that I could bring up and look in this bay?
Yeah, she helps you out with that. She's a pilot. She's used to hangar docks and all kinds of stuff, and she's got her own little rebreather on her belt. She just brings it up to her mouth. And that helps her out. Like she brings it up with you. It's like, yep, here, can see where everyone is on the bay there. It's a little bit of a greenish cast camera. You know, everything is in shades of green and black.
Okay, so, and I'm gonna say, all right, is there any kind of mechanical arm in here in this bay that we can maneuver down to that blue slot and knock him the fuck out of it? And I ask her.
She looks at you and smiles like, "Oh yes, I saw
Let's
it when
do
we
it."
came in. We saw it when we came in. It's up on one of those gantries."
All right, sounds good. What do you want, like a piloting check from me or something?
Yeah, either piloting, operations, or mechanics would be suitable. Or computer. She's helping you. So
I think I'll do piloting. I think that sounds appropriate just to maneuver this thing down there. What the hell?
All right. So you can add her skill just so you're cooperating with her. She's kind of helping you. So add like as if you had the skill.
So I have 3. Yep. So I have 3. So we'll just use my agility and how many ranks does she have in hers?
Oh, she's a pretty good pilot. So we'll say 4.
2, 4?
4 skills. Yeah. 4 ranks. She's a good pilot.
4 ranks.
She's useless in combat, but as a pilot.
So then that's actually going to be 3 yellow and 1 green then. And then we'll do let's see. So I'm out. I'm doing that. I'm going to spend 2 strain to aim. And how difficult? What are you talking? Hard probably for this or average hard? What kind of difficulty are you talking?
Hard because you're doing kind of through the camera.
Remote, through a camera. Okay.
Well, but it's so cool. I'm giving you a boost die because there's, it'll probably be easier as well because there's air being sucked out. So boost die for that.
Sounds good. Not going to spend a story point. Are you going to?
Oh yeah. Something could happen.
But that does give 2 story points on our side for my buddies, just in case this goes horribly fucking wrong.
So we have 2 story points on the player side.
1 PM. All right. 3 yellow, a green, 2 blue, a red, and 2 purples. Here we go. Oh, hell yeah. 3 successes and 2 advantages.
So she's tweaking it. You're telling her, no, not yet, now. And then
I just ram this thing right down into it. Boosh! And I would like the 2 advantages for the blue slot to hit the green slot, whatever that may do.
So he flies up and hits the dock bot.
Okay.
All right. Oh, there's the trash can. I just saw how to remove tokens off of Owlbear Rodeo. When you pick up a token, there's a trash can that appears. The trash can icon appears. I never noticed it before.
Oh, nice.
Only when you grab and pick up the token does the trash can giving you the option.
You guys hear in your comms, Rungo and Hatru, yeehaw! Get the fuck out of here, you ugly son of a bitch!
Let's play.
That's it.
And Lucina says, "Let's play fly, SWAT the frogs."
SWAT the frogs, man. That reminds me back on Emblem 6 that we played that game kind of thing. That wasn't quite like this though. The flies and the frogs were not as ugly.
That guy is now up and over. He has knocked the green slot, but not quite out. He's just on the edge.
All right, sweet.
But one more check. I mean, his now check will be daunting.
Awesome.
He doesn't succeed, and the other one is just gone.
All right.
Explodes.
Lucina, we better get ready because if we need to pick Rungo up as he exits, as he's sliding, we might need to catch him.
Oh yeah, good idea. She tries to get the controls of clamps. There's a hook attachment and there's a clamp as well. It's like I hope we don't rip any of his parts off.
Shit, this would be like playing those little crane games at like a restaurant we went to at Emblem 5. It's called like Rapplebees.
Oh,
Please
they've
go
got
to-
some of those at the casino too here. So
Oh,
I am not a stuffed owlbear. Be careful.
that's right. I'll be extremely careful.
or no, are you a little green three-eyed alien? Ooh, the claw. All right. So now that
get you.
all the minions are gone, we can remove one PC slot and NPC slot, sorry, and another NPC slot because the blue slot has left the building.
Bye, Elvis.
Yep. And then the green slot is left. So what does he do?
His name was Elvis, but he forgot to put on his blue slod shoes.
Jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Ba-dum-bum.
Sean, you get 50 pieces of awesome from your daddy. For that one, you get to steal some.
All right.
Blue slide shoe. Damn it, we knocked him out. I could have made blue slide shoes, damn it.
All right. He's going to try and a spell on himself to try and here we go. A move. It's not a very common magical action, but he'll try to teleport out of the hangar.
Cool. Is it a check he needs to make or no?
Oh yeah, it's a check. So
Oh, good.
Here. So
Who wants to flip the story point from our side?
Oh, I'm totally doing it.
Do it.
yeah, we've got two
'Cause,
setbacks because of the hordling that threw some flack at him while being expelled. It's a base difficulty of hard.
So the reason why I flipped the story point is because just because of the exact position I threw the rocket launcher earlier, it is now
Right.
flying directly at his face as he's trying to cast this spell.
All right.
So he has to duck.
Right. Nothing else he has to worry about. And because he's casting in a difficult situation, penalties for casting, characters in circumstances that interfere with his ability to concentrate, such as trying to cast while swimming, hanging from a rope, or having air sucked out of
Sucked out of the airlock. Yep. In
You.
his face.
So that adds,
Pretty
well,
difficult.
that actually upgrades the difficulty
Nice.
for free. I still have a couple of story points, so I'll flip a story point to upgrade his ability. He gets a green. And I believe that's it for him. Just check his character really quick. Sorry, listeners. Just want to make sure. This guy has a few abilities, but I don't think he's got that many. Summon slot.
You mean he didn't grab the talent casting while being sucked out of airlock?
No, not exactly. Vacuum casting? Nope.
Vacuum. You might need to get that one. Might need to create that one.
AKA Dyson ability. So,
Next time he levels up.
if he does level up, anyway. All right, so 4 yellow, a green, 2 red, purple, and 2 blacks.
So you're saying he's got a chance?
He's got a chance, but
Oh,
3 successes, but a threat. So he does manage to cast his spell. It cost him an extra strain to do so. Come on, there we go. So he moves from there to there.
what? Where'd he go?
Yeah, out of your camera view, he disappears, but Rungo still sees him.
But getting clipped in the face with the rocket launcher for a strain, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's
Right, Tony?
part of it. Whack!
Right on.
Still getting clipped by it with the one
Yes, that
threat you got.
disappeared. Yep. All right, so then
Rongo, where'd the fuck he go? Did he go out?
It goes across the room. He's still in here. We got
Do you
to
need
get
a
out.
crane? Do you need me to get you or need me to get him?
Get him. I don't
Maneuver that
care.
sheriff. Get the camera. Move that camera around. Damn you. What the fuck? Let's find him.
all right. She's moving the camera. There you go. You can see him there
I'll go last. We'll decide what your actions dictate what I do with the crane, probably.
Go ahead,
maybe,
Sean.
yeah, maybe Hatru wants to finally use his boom boom.
I'm thinking the big bada boom wants to go next.
I
Yeah.
do.
Bada bing,
I will
bada
move right there,
Okay. Zing.
and out comes the bomb.
All right.
All right. What shall we say the extra special stuff I get for combining the frag with the laser? What's that going to do to it?
Let's see. Well, what does your frag grenade do normally?
Sean.
8 damage.
Okay. Any other abilities?
I have an idea, Sean.
Yes.
Give it the guided one property.
Oh God, yes.
It's like I got a fuel cell.
Well, it's going to have to, because you can't throw it when the air is being sucked out of this thing, right? So you have
Well,
to
if-
use that as you put a little mini rocket engine on it. It's got to guide itself to him. You can't throw it, right?
Very good. All right.
Flip it, aim it, let it go.
All right. I
That's what I
shall
picture, man.
green slot, frag grenade,
Yeah.
and this is at short range.
Range. There's lots of still wind. So it'll be with a setback.
Oh, I'm going to spend 1 to upgrade.
All right. And I will as well.
This guy is
I will-
adversary.
You do
Yep,
that.
I've already got that too. It should be 1 red, 1 purple.
Right.
See, I moved, so 2 strain, I'll aim.
Okay.
I just made this big boom. Now I get to
Yeah.
use it. I'm very happy and excited to use it. Can I get the boost?
Sure.
This is like
It's also the reason why I didn't have to teleport, let's say, out of the hangar entirely. I want this boom boom to go off too.
You can do it.
got this.
Thank you.
Big boom going off. Are you doing anything to my roll?
I did spend a story point as well.
So I should be at 2 red then.
Yeah.
I'm rolling it. 1 failure, 5 advantages.
So it doesn't land close enough to him
Well,
to do damage.
It's guided, right?
Yeah, you can activate some
I'll use
advantages.
some advantage to activate guided, so it still hits him.
These with guided, you get to re-roll, I believe.
Next turn.
Yeah, if you miss, activate with 3 advantage to make an average combat check, adding green to the pool per rank of guided.
So it's an average check, 1 green.
With additional green. So he makes the same skill check he actually made with an
An
additional,
additional green. All right.
per guided ranks and guided.
Well, just you want to spend his other advantage first. He has 2 other advantage as well.
For advantage, you can.
I'll take. I'm really excited to see this. I'll take that strain away.
All right. So now next player slot then, as the thing sort of careens, it's trying to fight the air currents, but it's still in the hangar.
All right.
Shooting sparks everywhere.
Well, he can get out of here easily. I'm going to fight to get out of here.
All right.
I'm going to be making the athletics check to make
All right.
headway out of the room.
All right. So there's a little less air now, a little less resistance. So still a hard difficulty check, but give yourself. The setback dice is gone.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to.
I'm not. Gonna
I really don't want to end up in space, so I'm going to spend a story point.
right. I am not.
All right. With my crit, that makes it daunting for me. So it's going to be a 2 yellow, 2 green, 4 purple.
All right. Bad enough.
So 1 success and a triumph.
Nice.
All right. So you make headway. Definitely towards the map there. And you get up to there. that's like a bit of a section of wall that goes all the way up to the ceiling.
Right.
Maybe opposite the purchase.
So
What do you want
I
to do?
get all the way over there, and so what helped me catch my because I was going to do this anyway. I was going to quick draw my punching guitar and stab it into the deck.
Right.
So that helped me stop. I stood up. I then run against the headwind towards the exit. I get about a third of the way there, and I get to that wall, and I'm going to grab a hold of that wall for extra support. And with my triumph, I'd like for the alarm controls to be right there.
Right. Sure.
So to just hit an alarm so that the station is on alert that something's going on here.
All right. Did you want? There's also probably emergency buttons to close the blast doors.
That's working for us right now. I will stay here, but I'm going to first hit the alarm button.
All right.
So that
Alarm.
now there's klaxons going off throughout the station that there's an issue here.
Right.
Maybe a fire alarm.
Yeah. But definitely a decompression alarm. That would definitely, if it hasn't been activated already, because maybe it wasn't activated before because it was part of the controls that you blew up.
Right.
All right.
Well, that was my triumph to call for help, So
Nice.
Enough.
and
Fair
I'm
enough.
done.
All right. All right then. Well, PC slot. Last PC slot.
All right. Crane
Yes.
comes down on the green slot to keep him in place.
All right.
Hold him up for the freaking grenade to spin around and come around to him, so he can't move out of the way.
All right. So we'll use the DocBot #1 token as the crane location, more or less. So you're moving it towards the slot.
So we're moving it to the slot, and we're just gonna put this. I don't know. I'm picturing these. Let me think. I'm thinking of these like overhead cranes, just clamping down on them and just kind of holding them, pinning them up against a wall as this guiding missile grenade thing from True is spinning around the room, coming back into him.
So use that same skill check, but now you're using
pool.
but against now the green slot, so his adversary
So
will
it'll be his adversary. Got it. Okay. So
it's
we're gonna
like a
do-
melee kind of check, so same difficulty.
Got it. So that was going to be 3 yellow, a green. So that'll be 2 red.
Yeah.
We'll
Is
aim
that-
it.
Any defense?
Any
no
other
defense.
defenses besides the adversary?
Nope,
Okay.
no defense at all. So,
Um,
and I will spend a story point. It's the adversary.
I will be spending a story point. Yeah.
All right. So you as well.
And we're gonna make that 4 yellow. 4 yellow, a blue, 2 red, and a purple.
Very good. Do it. Come on.
There we go.
Oh,
Yes, the Death Crane comes in on him. 1 success, 2 advantages. I would like to activate the keeping him immobile.
Ensnare.
Ensnare, sure. Yeah, the ensnare.
Ensnare
him.
for at least one round.
Yeah, for the round. Yeah, for the next round.
Yep. Sounds good.
So he can't move. So he grabs him.
Very good. All right. Ooh. So suddenly the crane is right there into him.
We got him just about like frog tied in a emblem standoff here. Come on.
All right. So it's his turn. He's going to try and get out of this again. Maybe he'll try his teleport again. So that is Arcane's. Yes. Yep.
So before his turn, that's when guided triggers. So guided is triggered. The controlling character makes the combat check at the end of the round as an out of turn incidental.
Okay, so go ahead then. Sean?
So is it exactly the same roll again? With an
Plus
extra
the green.
green?
Plus an extra green, yes.
Okay, so let's say
All the
do that.
and bad dice. Although I'm not spending a story point on this roll, so maybe one less red, one just to a purple then,
Okay.
because I had spent a story point
Excuse me.
initially.
I will spend our last one to upgrade.
Absolutely, you should.
And I guess I'm gonna roll it now. I'm looking at 1 yellow, 3 green, a red, and a purple. The odds are in my favor. Yes! 3 successes and 1 advantage.
All right. So this is like a frag grenade. Does it have any other features? It
It
does
has
that. So that's how-
blast. And that's all I know because I can't find the frag grenade in the book.
That's fine. It's just gonna basically have blast and limited ammo. That's about all
They
they
don't have
usually
Pierce,
have.
does it? Doesn't have
No.
Pierce, does it?
No.
You're just doing a shit ton of damage.
Frag
You're just
grenade,
doing the 11 damage.
blast 6, but blast would be only effective if applicable. Let's say if you for at least 2 advantages, but still
Yeah.
point of. All right, but still 11 damage minus his soak. That's still 5 wounds. There we go.
Damn.
I will use the advantage to give him a setback on his next action because he just had a big bomb explode in his face.
Right. Very good. Why not?
Yes, he did.
All right, and that was a hard difficulty check for his teleport. Once again, I have story points. I'll upgrade. Oops. Yeah. His check. So he gets an additional green. There's still lots of air stuff going on, so he's upgrading his difficulty because of the depressurization.
Mhm.
All right. So I got four yellow, 1 green, a red, 2 purple, and a black. So let's do that. This time a success, an advantage, and a triumph. So this time, though, realizing that all his minions are gone, his bodyguard, he manages just barely to cast his spell and just teleports the hell out of there.
We're not sure
Probably-
where then.
No, probably far enough that he's not an immediate threat to you, and you're not an immediate threat to him either. Of course, with all the alarms going off.
Right.
Right.
So eventually, all the alarms.
You guys might want to shut that door.
Yeah, Udo, you see some station guards appear. They're talking to, let's say, station control, and they override, and some other secondary blast doors cover up the opening that was made, when the air stops being sucked out. It's being repressurized slowly but surely. No one else has to fight against that anymore. Hatru's just standing there. Oh, I didn't get to blast it to smithereens. But it did blow up in his face. So
He will forever remember this day as
Yeah.
the day he messed with Hatru the Trapper.
and among all right. So the last Slod has escaped. Manages to teleport out. The blast doors close finally, and the station security is around you to pick up the pieces. And amongst the security detail is the Viscount himself. Hopefully this time it's the real one. Says, there you are. We're looking all over for you. We found the the peekaboo, and they told us you were here meeting me, but I cannot remember sending you that message.
I hold my punching dagger out towards him and ask him, "What is your favorite pie?"
I don't like pie.
Shit. Didn't he have a favorite pie that I figured out last session that I brought?
No,
to the
that's
meeting?
actually a perfect question. If he doesn't like pie, then it's like,
It's an imposter again.
No, it's not an
didn't like
imposter. Oh, he didn't? Oh, yeah. Well, that's true.
But you can make out whatever answer you prefer. I don't remember if you asked him that last time, that specific detail.
I had made a specific pie for him.
Oh, okay. Okay, I forgot about that.
And it's his favorite. That I had spent a story point to say I knew his favorite last session. And I hold out my punching dagger, kind of aim it at him, not putting it in his face or anything, but what is your favorite pie? And I can't remember what it was, mincemeat or plum. I can't remember. It's been
for now.
Whatever it is,
weeks.
it's on the green slot's face. Now tell us.
It's been a month.
I will also be standing there with my big mechanics wrench in hand, just smacking my hand. You better answer the question properly.
He looks at you a little bit like, you calm down, little one. But in general, they're plum pies, but specifically, it's the plum pie you made for me last time.
Very good answer. All right. I'm sorry, I made another one for you. It ended up on a green slot face, green frogman face.
Frog
and on the floor, out the airlock. I mean, it's all over the place in there. Shit, man. Let's just say it like it is.
Right. All right. Well, we'll clean up here. You can brief me back at the peekaboo. The security detail, I think, will clean up and secure the area. If your questions have been answered, at least for now, we can meet back in the peekaboo's hangar. That might be a little safer. And you can debrief me on what everything is going on and who this elf is. I suspect I know who she is, but you can confirm.
Okay.
So
let's go.
We'll do a screen wipe, and you walk onto the deck of the peekaboo with the Viscount and a small retinue of guards, or just a few guards with him, not the same number as the imposter had. You spoke, let's say, a little bit on the way here, telling him a little bit about your mission, since he sent you off to try to find this elf. And I guess you guys tell everything.
I don't really think we have any reason to keep anything from him.
Yep.
Right.
I'll tell him how we got her out of prison, how we went to retrieve her ship and get the records from it.
Mm-hmm.
Brought her back here.
And invaders from unknown regions.
Ambushes.
Right. He has.
We think it's the same ones that are invading, just ambushed us. Right? Is that what we're thinking?
Who else would want her? Those aren't the Imperial troops.
No. Well, yeah. He's viewing what her ship had recorded and what the station security cams on the docking bay 35 had. It wasn't much. It was only after Lucina and Udo activated it. The cameras weren't on before that. But once you were there, then they were activated. And they saw a little bit of the action there. What the creatures were, and even though the images are a little grainy, they cleaned that up a little bit. We'll do some more investigation on this and find out where they come. But I suspect, yes, they may come from the void above the galactic rim. Very good. You've done excellent to retrieve all this information. we hope to at least now have knowledge of what we're up against and bring this to proper authorities. Even if the Emperor doesn't want to do anything about it, we'll see what we can do. Yes, you've done extremely well. I will make sure, Rungo, that you have reference letters from us and become one of the next contestants on the Adamantine Chef. Have our full backing.
Oh,
Udo?
really? Oh, great, wonderful. I must go plan my dishes.
Okay, and Udo, we thank you very much for your brave services and saving Lucina. He offers you some lavish rewards of more training, equipment, better weapons, whatever or armor that you may want. With Hatru, of course. I'm sure we can come to an arrangement on what you may want or need for advancing your own career. All three of you are more than welcome to join the crew of the Peekaboo on a more long-term basis. If we definitely need your talents, perhaps in the future, your unique take on things.
Yeah, for right now, I think I'm just gonna taste test these dishes that Cookie's gonna get ready for his competition.
Well, very well. I'll. He slides a couple of cred sticks in Udo's direction, at least.
All right.
Here's some credits, imperial credits that will be able to tide you over for a couple of cycles here. If you wish to stay on the Dreaming Dryad, I've made arrangements for some rooms. Stay as long as you need. There's a suite for all three of you. The crew of the Peekaboo as well. They'll have their own rooms because they did their own services, helping ferry you across the galaxy. Yes, enjoy the facilities. I'm sure you'll be able to rest and relax here. And I will make sure that this information gets to the proper channels. And Lucina, I'll make sure she's protected. Did you tell him about the pirates who may have been trying to get her back?
Oh, the ninja pirate?
Yeah.
Little gnome ninja pirate halfling fuckers?
Gnome?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Little bastards.
Oh, well, I'll have to negotiate perhaps with their family and make sure that is smoothed over, let's say.
Yeah, we got to do a better vetting process of crew members, too. That little sucker gun
Yes,
on our crew.
I agree.
Somehow.
Well, he was with the crew for a while, so that was very... we'll have to definitely investigate our screening process. Thank you for bringing that to our attention, Udo.
He was a sly one.
Right. So there you go. So you guys get some rewards and get to rest and relax on the Bronze Dragon House arm on their account for a little while.
Yeah, live large till the competition.
Yep. So there you go.
Excellent.
So a good ending to this final actual play.
Yeah, well done, man. That was fun.
Thank you. I wasn't sure how that was going to go, but I'm glad that it wasn't a TPK.
Oh, it could have gone. That narrative could have gone anyway.
Oh yeah, it could have, but managed to pull it out of the fire and back into the frying pan. So we could be sautéed and served up all the proper ingredients.
So the rock in the hard place was probably the blast doors and the rocket launcher.
Yes, the rock and launcher.
The rock and launcher.
Very hard place to be in that hangar after the air was being sucked out. So it had no atmosphere at the end. So
It's a good thing we had breathing masks.
yeah.
Good thing Udo ran his scared little ass off too quickly.
No, he was saving the damsel in distress.
That's right.
That's right. He sure was.
It was a tactical retreat to survive for another day.
Exactly.
And we did it.
Saving her assets.
Nice. Well, so we go wrap this up.
Yep. Wrap this up.
Let's. Well, all right, everybody. That was the part 4, the finale of Between a Rock and a Hard Place, or Between a Rock and a Launcher. Right? And that was fairly fantastic. Now we're our next episode will be our final episode, episode 100.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna save the title for it when that drops. We have on it, and Tony has a brilliant idea for one for that. So that will be in a month because he has a concert he's going to, a couple of concerts, and his spring break. So that'll be next month, April 17th, Sunday. So we'll get it out that day or the day after, like we normally do. So it's not going to be for another month. And
we're going to have all kinds of special guests. Sean, you coming back to help us with that one episode as well?
If you invite me, then I shall.
No, we want Hat Troop back.
Okay. If you're inviting me, then I shall.
we want Hat Troop back and Sean, but we definitely want Hat Troop back.
So like we normally do, though, when we finish up one of these actual plays, we kind of talk about it a little bit. I'll say that I loved Dragonstar when it came out for 3.0, so I knew what I was getting into with Dragonstar. And I do love the whole D&D in space concept and all of that. And I think you've done a great job with your conversion, Stefan.
Thank you.
I'll second that motion.
Your slot may be a little tough.
Yeah, and then especially the green one. But
to be fair, Slaughter tough in D&D too, right?
That whole losing 3 agility, not getting a resilience check to do so.
That fever thing. Yeah, that's. I took some of the stats from another fellow Genesys gamer who does for his own homebrew campaign. He's translated practically all the monster manuals for D&D, and like all the dragons, even the extra dragons, crystal dragons, whatever, by age category as well. I did not go that far.
But most poisons in diseases and Genesys require a resilience check on the player's behalf. Now, if you want the player to take that 3 agility hit and keep it like that, then gosh, give them a save, give them a resilience check.
But I've always figured, now aren't the green slides, those are the ones that kind of cut you and then they put an egg in you, right?
No, they all do.
The red definitely, when they can impregnate you with an egg like that. The blue seem to have that fever. The green can, if the red slot impregnates, infect with an egg, a spellcaster, then a green slot will emerge instead of a blue.
Gotcha.
It's the thing.
And I've always thought that the slots are more of a slow burn kind of thing. Like, they'll hit you with your poison, but it's not right away. Like, you'll get hit with that 3 agility, like when you wake up in the morning with the worst fucking hangover ever, right?
It might have
3 agility would make me immobile. I mean,
absolutely.
That would most characters. You'd think an average human, an instant 3 agility on the first hit when the guy bites him. That's a huge hit.
Udo had 3 agility, so he'd be at 0. Yeah, he would.
Every character out there, for the most part, average 2 or less, is absolutely fucked.
Yeah, I took that ability maybe like directly from what he wrote. Although that's good feedback, I would definitely change that, because the implant from the red slot does say, okay, with a triumph for 2 advantages, a slot can implant an egg, 1 week's gestation period, then there is a discipline check that the host can make. But you're just infected. It doesn't kill you right away, so it would.
It'll chest burst later.
It'll chest burst, but there's a chance, of,
No, I totally get the idea of a debilitating fever. I just think, like a resilience check on the tail end of it. Have it, if you want it to be balanced, you have to give the player a chance to save themselves. And secondly, if you really want it to be challenging, you can balance and have it challenging and have it be a daunting check.
Yeah.
Or if you don't want to, and if you don't want to have a check, just take away their free maneuver. Have their maneuvers be, they have to spend strength to move. Right. If that's what the concept behind the blue slot hitting you in the agility to slow you down to just, you're hit with this fever and you really can't do anything.
That's it, because they've got it as it's part of an attack. So that's where you need the advantage or triumph. And then to
activate it. Yeah.
Do it. But then it just says it induces the fever, which you can poses a -3 to agility and presence for 24 hours. Then the target turns into a red slot. It says any healing check to remove the egg is a daunting check and causes 4 wounds. My goodness, yeah. So that might.
Or you can even hit them with that automatical crit that gives them an upgraded check on any agility checks.
Yeah, there's ways to make it difficult, challenging without absolutely taking away player agency. Even you saw that when you're like, oh, that's not going to be. That just instantly takes away player agency. So exactly. I commend you on immediately seeing that and adjusting.
Plus, I had said that he was going at you with claws, so that doesn't make sense since it's a slot's bite that induces the fever. So
sure. No, I get it. So that all in all, that was my only real complaint is that there are some balance issues with some of the adversaries.
That might be some of the other abilities that they've got seem to be okay. Even the
teleport was great, dude. That was
great.
That was awesome, man. Him bouncing around in the bay there.
Well, that's it. For a second there, I thought of having him teleport away and ending the encounter, but then no, I want Zszree to use his toy.
Sean, after that, any comments?
Go ahead.
Not really.
Good.
Zszree, what'd you think? Pretty fair, pretty balanced.
It was very fair and balanced.
Pretty fun, blowing shit up.
Fun over.
Most fun.
I will say,
most fun to go boom.
Pretty good.
I will say the most valuable player definitely goes to Zszree. Sean, you knocked that player character out of the park.
Yes, on many different levels. The voice, the
abilities.
Actions taken, the abilities. This last session, grab boots. I mean, it's great.
The mag boots and mag gloves are his shiniest of things he has. He's the most proud of them. He didn't make them; he just owns them.
Right. He just keeps them shiny.
That's
good.
They came in really useful.
They did.
Yeah. I mean, Tony, I'll definitely second the whole enjoying the D&D in space. I played, we played Starfinder, loved that system and setting. Rules, not so much. But this setting and the way you ran it, I've never played Dragonstar, right? Just the actual plays that the stuff you've ran us through, Stefan, which was great. The spell casting, you've had that in both of the adventures I think you ran us through. Definitely had that spacey feel. Took me a little bit to get into Udo, playing a hunter barbarian in space, but I think it worked. Kind of worked, working through his motivations and just him being, a slow dumb hick from a backwater planet.
I think it's been a
I don't
longer
know.
campaign.
It was good.
I think if it was a longer campaign or at least story, I could have played a little bit also on Udo, maybe his origins, tying it with the Viscount, distant cousins, but still.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think it's pretty good, and Rungo and Hatsu were pretty good too.
And of course, there will be something sort of mystery at the adamantine chef competition that will,
Yeah, I must say, including for me as a player, including the Keyforge talents and getting to see how those work, I was really interested in, those when we first got the book, how the cooking talents and such would come in. And it really did, I hate to say this because it's kind of punny, but it really did add a special flavor to the character.
I knew you were going to use that word.
A little bit of spice. Yep.
He is my brother from another mother.
And just gave me that little tweak, I always like to do with my characters to make them unique. And it was fun. Very fun.
Yep. You never know. Maybe that slot will show up. He's got the shape change ability. It could be a rival.
Oh, yeah. Recurring
Of
villain.
Course. Well, another cook. Another adamantine chef, of course.
Oh, gosh.
Awesome.
All right. Well, if that's all we have to say on that, I look forward to having the final episode with you, my brothers, in 1 month.
Yeah, we'll have plenty of other guests other than Sean too coming on, either all at the same time or just staggered, depending on their availability. So,
all right. So, if you want to say goodbye to our show with us, now is going to be your chance. You have roughly 30 days, just about, to reach out to us via email at findingthenarrativepodcast@gmail.com, to Stefan and I on Facebook at Finding the Narrative, to all three of us on Mayway at Finding the Narrative, or just to Stefan if you feel like being intimately involved with him, at FTN_Genesys. And we will forever be out there for the listening on Podbean, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Audible, Amazon Music, and others.
Yep.
This is Tony saying, make sure you spend the story point and remember what you spend them for, but tell a good story when you do so.
And this is Stefan saying, don't dare to ask for those boost dice. Hand them out to the players as well when they do cool stuff.
And this is Chris telling you to remember the rule of cool. Always have Hatru on your side. And make sure you have fun doing it. Good night, everybody.
Adios.
And the slot says, I'll be back.
Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast, is not affiliated with or endorsed by any companies mentioned on this show. Any of the products mentioned on our show or appear on our website are the property and copyright of their respected owners. All items are used under fair use and educational and review purposes. All other items are the intellectual property of Finding the Narrative, a Genesys RPG podcast. Copyright
2022.
All rights reserved.